Sunday is Mother's Day, and by now we hope you have big plans to celebrate your mom or the mother figure in your life. But how much do you really know about the day dedicated to mom? Let me take you back to 1908. Did you know the founder of Mother's Day despised greeting cards, candy, and bouquets of flowers? So much so that she was arrested for protesting the holiday. This is Anna Jarvis, born in 1864 in West Virginia. During the Civil War, Anna's mother, Anne Marie Reeves Jarvis, organized women's groups to help care for sick or wounded Confederate and Union troops, and organized Mother's Friendship Day to bring divided families together. 2 years after her mother's death, Anna wanted a day to honor the women who play an instrumental role in their children's lives. In 1908, the first service was held in Grafton, West Virginia. The idea was simple: give heartfelt tokens of appreciation, a single white carnation, and handwritten letter to mom. In 1914, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the first National Mother's Day. The floral and greeting card companies latched on to the marketability of the holiday. The sentimental celebration quickly turned commercial, and in 1925, the then 61-year-old Anna was arrested for disturbing the peace after crashing a confectioner's convention. In 2025, consumers are expected to spend more than $34 billion on gifts and outings for mom, according to the National Retail Federation. The holiday on the second Sunday of May is big business, but it doesn't have to be. We can take suggestions from this 1922 article. Write a letter, a long one. Tell mother your plans and ambitions. She made them possible. And of course, don't forget to say I love you.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Let me start over. Let me start fresh. Welcome to my house, Church Unusual, where we say namaste. See, I said my, and I meant to say our house, because I am inundated with all these perceptions and interpretations of the video you just showed me about M-O-M, M-O-M, mom. Mom. If you turn it upside down, it's W-O-W. And what is that word spelled?
That spells wow.
Wow. And guess what Mother's Day came from?
Wow.
Women on women. This is a day of lesbians. They created this day. Every woman that you saw in that video was a hard-looking man. This is Lesbian Day. They created this. They was mad, and they got mad at some niggas, and they went to that male convention, and they tried to bust in there. Those are lesbians. Thank you, lesbians. Thank you, lesbians, for Mother's Day. They worked hard. You know the LGBTQ, they always start some. Look at those hard ladies. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Look. Look, sir, ma'am, sir. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Mother's Day. I appreciate you, sisters, because you know they always pave the way with those plaid shirts and Timberland boots. I just love it. Thank you so much for Mother's Day. Lord, we just want to say thank you. Look, they tried to fight. Them studs and them dykes and bulldaggers said, hey, you are not going to do that to us. You're going to give us a day. And you know what Father's Day, well, it's a little different. Look. Come on now. Thank you, Jock, for your wonderful research.
You're welcome.
Thank you for letting me know we celebrate a day that ladies have made famous. It's the day to honor all mothers. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Mother's Day special today. And so we have one little surprise coming. The surprise is that my mother will not be here. That's a surprise. My mother got
Surprise.
my mother got invited to go to church with a lady who is borrowing my mother, who I've been reluctant to share. I've come to make a spiritual revelation recently. So before we talk, let's go to the throne of grace. Father, Mother, today, Mother, in the name of love, we say thank you, God. We come to you and say, we welcome you. Welcome to this place. Welcome to this energy. Welcome to this sphere, this SPHERE, this energy, God. We thank you for being who you are. Touch the homes that are represented here. Give us money from unknown resources in the name of love. Everybody say,
Amen.
everybody say,
Amen.
everybody say,
Amen. Amen. Amen.
yeah. Oh, since we have the prayer, let's get to the welcome address. And the welcome address comes from my light-skinned sister behind the curtain, Anissa Ray Mead.
Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Well, I want to
Happy
see you.
Mother's
Can we
Day.
see? Can we see you this morning? Let's see your mother. Let's see you, beautiful self. Look at Anissa, looking like a light-skinned Angela Davis. You look like those ladies in the hood who always marry real black niggas in the hood, to prove that they're black. No, they do. They
Yeah,
wear
make
dashikis and
beans.
what, baby?
And I make beans,
Beans.
beans and rice. Anyway,
Wait,
welcome in.
hold. We're not gonna just run by that. Beans and rice? No, these not a Mexican niggas. These are
Black people eat beans and rice and cornbread.
Anissa, how do you
Cornbread.
okay, hold on. What kind of beans do you make, Anissa?
Well, I make pinto beans,
Really? How do you make pinto beans? How do you make it pinto?
navy beans, or the small white beans.
How do you make them?
Gina, let me do my welcome, because I know you're about to dog my cooking and my
hold
technique.
up. Hey,
Here it comes.
Okay, first of all, that you anticipate negativity is unspiritual. Okay, but we can share recipes. Do you open yours out the can, or do you soak your beans for a couple of days?
I'm not doing that. I'm not.
I just want to know how you soak your beans.
This is Carmelita.
Okay, mommy, I'm actually live right now. Love you, mommy. You look beautiful. Come here. Wait. Come here. Wait. Look at my mother.
Oh wow! Hi, mommy. You look beautiful.
Wait, I can't see her.
Look.
Oh
No, tell her she
wow!
doesn't.
Look down. No, I turned it off. So she
Look
can't
at
hear.
the color
So we
on
can't-
you. You look
Look at you,
beautiful,
mommy.
mommy.
Look down, so people can see you.
Okay.
Look, bend down a little bit.
Okay. But
Can
she's
you?
on the phone.
Okay, all right.
Carmelita.
Nothing.
She's
I'm on
elegant.
YouTube. I'm on YouTube on the podcast. I'm on the podcast.
Podcast. You know, she does all that.
I love you.
Listen, baby, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna let you know I love you. You take amazing care of your. I just adore you.
Carmelita, shut up, Carmelita. Just shut up.
No, it's true. You are an amazing daughter. Really? For real. I'm so proud of you. And I mean, you do the most for your mother, and she well deserve it.
Okay, thank you, honey. I love you.
Have a blessed day, guys.
Okay, happy Mother's Day.
You too.
I know
Bye.
I know you miss Gregory.
I do. I'm going to the cemetery to visit my mom. So that's why I tell you, Gina, keep doing what you're doing. Love on your mother. Don't take nothing for chance. You hear?
Yeah, well, there's some. I'm getting ready to dispatch her to stay with Nancy for a while next week. So Nancy needs to spend time with her. So
you have did beyond the call of duty, baby.
Well,
You are amazing.
I just think I'm supposed to do this,
Receive,
Carmelita.
Gina, receive.
Well, it's in us. It's nothing that you have to be learned or taught.
Right.
It comes out automatically, baby.
Right. It's regular. It's what should be done, I think. You know,
Right. You
without her.
can't be taught stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's how you love your mother and that you're born with that. And anybody that do anything different pertaining to their mother are lost. For real. Because I love my mother. I love her.
Okay, I love you.
Have a blessed day, you guys.
I'm gonna see you soon.
All right, baby.
Are you in California still?
I'm still in and listen, tell Nancy I said Happy Mother's Day.
Well, okay.
If you talk to her.
Okay.
All right, Angie, I love all of you guys.
I know we love you too. Are you in California? You in California? Okay, bye.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
No, I can't, Mommy. I can't.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
I know you got a lot going on. I love you.
I love you, Carmelita. Mom, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Call me later on or tomorrow, okay?
I will.
Mommy, close the door, please.
Just a minute.
Thank.
Thank you, God.
So,
Gina, your long earring is next to the mic, so you want to switch the long earring to the other ear. Just tapping the mic a little bit.
I don't need them. I'm fine. These look like earrings anyway, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. They
Like
look like
long
real
white
long
earrings.
earrings.
I know, right? Long white earrings. So, what were we talking about? We were talking. You were giving the welcome
I was
address.
giving the welcome.
Go ahead, baby.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Church Unusual. As you can see, you never know what's going to happen or what you might gain or walk away with. We're so happy you're here. We're here every Sunday on Singing Gina TV on YouTube. Let's have some fun today. And my prayer is that each of us, whether you're a mother, a father, an auntie, an uncle, a cousin, a sister, a brother, you are loved and appreciated and needed. And I wish you a beautiful, relaxing, joy-filled day.
Yep.
I just had a gummy.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you, Evangelist Lombard. We appreciate you. We're going to see her later on with announcements or some other things we discussed. You'll hear her throughout. But good afternoon, Ja. How are you?
I'm good. They're all.
Ja is a producer extraordinaire who hugs like a teddy bear. He's a Gemini. His birthday's coming up. And Anissa's birthday's coming up. We're celebrating her birthday on Instagram Live on May 26th. Ja, when is your birthday?
The 3rd of June.
Yes, we'll be doing the same on the 3rd of June, whether he's there or not. I'm celebrating his birthday on Instagram Live on that very day. But we will be in together soon, and Anissa will tell you about that. But in the meantime, the word of the day. Watch these girls' lips. They look like mine today because I have some lipstick on. Today's word is. Look at those lips. The word of the day is empathy. Not sympathy, not company, not epiphany, but EMPATHY. Many people say that they're an empath, that they have empathic abilities, that they can read niggas. Well, what do you think the word empathy means, Anissa? Empathy.
Empathy is when you can relate and or consider what another is going through or experiencing, and you show them grace and consideration.
Okay, because there's no right or wrong. What do you think, Ja, empathy means?
I think to feel and consider what somebody else is going through and feel for them without feeling pity, but just necessarily feeling for them. But I definitely don't like the so-called empath stuff, though.
Oh God, I can't
Yeah.
stand when niggas says I'm an empath. Everybody is.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
okay, everybody has a path to go where their emotions can path. That's what it is about. You have emotions go through a port. It's supposed to be a deep thing.
Mm.
But the difference from sympathy, when you feel for the person, empathy, you put yourself in the person's shoes. You really begin to walk in their shoes, and where you gain lack of judgment is gone. The criticism is gone because you are now walking in their shoes. You know what I mean? As opposed to sympathy, you feeling bad because they have to wear those shoes. Empath puts your shoes on. You know,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And so many times we will say, "I'm an empath." Okay, so today, let's see if the word can extend itself to our vocabulary today. And today's color is pink. That's my mother's favorite color. Even though she has on blue, and I took out another dress, she's wearing whatever she wants, but the color is pink. And I believe that the word empathy will come up at some point today. And this usually is the one who points it out all the time. You and the universe are so in line in this, I'm telling you. I like
And
that
that's
about
why
you.
I don't normally watch the news.
Oh, NEWS means north, east, west, and south. Let's segue the Anissa Ray way. How nice that was, girl. Let's go.
Look at a press conference with the accusers and their attorneys. It's happening as we speak in California. In a lawsuit filed today against Smokey Robinson, the women who used to work for him say he sexually assaulted them and created a hostile work environment, among other things. Robinson's wife is also named in the lawsuit. It details multiple allegations, some as recent as last year. One employee says Robinson sexually assaulted her at least 23 times. 3 of the women say they didn't want to report it to police, in part because they were afraid of risking the possible effect on their immigration statuses, according to the suit. Another says Robinson's, quote, brutal sexual advances were constant and even predictable while she worked for him. His accusers are seeking at least $50 million. NBC News has reached out to
Bingo.
Robinson's reps for comment.
Bingo.
No word back yet. Camila Bernal is joining us now. And obviously, Camila, this is a late-breaking situation. What else do we know? What else are we learning?
Hallie, these are some serious allegations, and the attorneys just now calling Smokey Robinson a serial rapist that needs to be stopped. So again, we have not heard from Smokey Robinson, but these allegations include sexual assault, battery, false imprisonment, you name it. I mean, here is what they're saying. They're saying that these allegations happened repeatedly. You mentioned one at least 23 times. The attorneys and the lawsuit saying that you could see a pattern in these allegations. All of them were either housekeepers or house staff, and some of them even working together at the same time. The oldest of these cases going back to 2006, employment in that year. And you mentioned the latest happening just last year. These women saying that they were forced to resign because of the repeated sexual assault that they went through. And you mentioned some of them saying that they were worried about their immigration.
Now, the reason why this is international news for me is greater than any other news to me, because not only because it's Smokey Robinson, not only because he has a catalog of 4,000 songs that, of course, they don't want the world or anybody else to really think we don't know what's going on with that. Not only because he's a black man, not only because we know that usually any man of color, black man, who gets to a certain financial caliber, he's going to be targeted for sure. And it's going to always be an SA charge, always to denigrate and put a stench on his name. But look at the timing of deportation. It seems as though these titis and abuelos and Bonnie Robo body bitches, they're immigrants. So we have to find a way to put the smoke someplace else, because we don't want to be deported. Deported. We don't want to be deported. We don't want deportation. No deportation. So there are people, let's go objective perspective for a second. Objective perspective. Smokey Robinson is a man of power. And I don't have my immigration status and you're giving me a nice amount of money, if I have sex with you, if I tell them I'm gonna get in trouble, if I tell them I have money, so I have to keep doing it for what? For the money. I have to keep doing it for the money. And as soon as this consensual sex stops, because he stopped it, because let's tell you what I think. You want to know what I think, Anissa?
Yes, I do want to know what you think.
Okay, let me tell you what I think. Yes, if I was Smokey Robinson, I would say yes. Yes, world, I had sex with all 4 of these. Yes, the way they look now, they didn't look like that then. Because a lot of them wound up looking like Jennifer Lopez, started looking like her, ended up looking like Fred Flintstone. That's what usually happens. They start out so fine, pow, 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 and all of a sudden, pow, pow, pow. So now he needs to lean into it. Yes, I did it. It was consensual. I had sex with all 4 of them, and my wife was down. Matter of fact, she picked them. Because them hoes was fine coming in their house. 4 Mexican girls. Ja, would your wife let a fine Mexican woman come clean your house?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
What?
Yeah.
I met your wife. I know she's secure.
She is.
Okay, I'd like you to ask her.
I'll ask her.
When you get a chance, ask her. Say, would she allow a Jennifer Lopez bitch come clean your house?
I'm gonna text her right now.
No, please. I want to hear what she has to say. And his wife is fine. His wife has Jennifer ain't got nothing on his wife. I'd like to know how many women would allow a Jennifer Lopez looking bitch to come clean their house? What does it? Because check this out, Smokey's gone a lot. So guess who's home most of the time with the abuela and the titi now? Smokey's wife. Come on. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with a little muffin grind. You know that muffins grind. My bad. I don't see. Did you text your wife?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
I'm waiting.
Yeah. Did you put that Auntie Gina wants to know?
Yeah, I put I'll read it back to you. I said, would you allow a sexy Latina, and then I put in quotations, Jennifer Lopez bitch, Gina's words, to clean our house? That's what I think. No, I'm waiting for
I can't wait to see what she says.
She didn't read it yet, so.
Oh, okay. Listen, we have the whole experience to hear from her. I'm waiting patiently. Right. I wish I had my other phone. I would text her quickly and say, wait. Okay, so now my spin. Well, what's your spin, Anissa?
Well, I think it was consensual. I mean, look at him. And, back in the day, my God. Ooh, I'd be dusting and mopping all day long, bent over.
He's cute to you, Smokey Robinson?
Back in the day, I thought he was,
he looks handsome. Better now than he did. He's not attracted to me at all.
Well, now he looks
he's
like,
not my type.
I don't know. He almost looks like a gay, a lesbian.
He looks like a gay ghost.
Yeah.
He said she said a lesbian. She said Smokey Robinson looks like a lesbian.
Now,
he does look like Mr. Miyagi's big sister. He does look like that, Anyway, I love Smokey Robinson, and I think this is bullshit, and I think they need to stop it. I think it's a money grab, a money heist. Mr. Ja, what do you think?
I don't. It's too early for me to even. I don't put nothing past anybody. I don't put anything past anybody, but it does seem weird. The timing does seem weird. When you look at the time frames of the people working for him, one of them was working for him for over 10 years.
And she said 23 times she went home and got raped and came back. Went home and got raped and came back. Got raped, went home and came back. She did this 23 times because she was afraid of not picking oranges or selling unpeeled oranges on the street corner like they do anyway.
They're not scared of that. So you got
They're
one,
not scared of the heat.
right? You got one person worked for him for a year, but then you got one person worked for him from 2014 to 2020. Then you got one from 2012 to 2024, and then another person from 06 to 24. So it's like,
No, the one that worked for a year is the one that told.
right.
The one that worked for the year said, "You mean y'all been doing this all this time?" She's probably the youngest one, honey. Y'all can get some money for this. What years did she work? The one for the year. What years?
23 to 24.
Oh yeah, she's woke. She's woke, and she's probably a Becky. And she and somebody told her, "Girl, you can," because they all speak English. All that they don't speak. That's bullshit. They all speak English, and they in Smokey's house all them years. They know the tea. They know all the songs. They know the lyrics. You kidding me? Bullshit. I call bullshit. You know why? Let me tell you why. I have been raped 6 times.
Mhm.
So you're talking to a rape victim, even though it was like occupational hazard. Excuse me. When you sell pussy, rape is like part of the mixed bowl. Rape, dirty dicks, the dumpster, all kinds of it goes with it. So I know rape, and there is no way you have been traumatized. I'm just gonna talk about me, and go back and get raped because it is. First of all, I was high each time. It is the most humiliating, disgusting for somebody to put their hands on you that you don't want, to take something. It is horrible. I had to get high after each time because I could not fathom someone forcing their body on me and no, and coming inside of me. That was horrible.
Mhm.
So to want to go back to that for $100 a day, if they were getting that. Are you
Yes,
kidding me right now?
it's awkward, and then it's the timing is crazy because, and the way it's written, it does seem like the lawyers are the ones writing it, like with the being held against their will, and also like
False imprisonment. You know what false imprisonment
imprisonment,
is?
and then
What?
also, go ahead, my fault.
You got to stay here while you suck my dick. That's
You got to
called
stay here
almost.
till the end of your shift. You got to stay here until your shift ends, bitch. That's false imprisonment. Then I'm being false imprisoned every fucking day because I got to go to work and stay. Well, sometimes I leave.
Okay.
And then it's like the it sounds plausible when they say okay, they're scared to get deported, but then when you look at the years, a lot of people working. Hold on, but that's because of the time we're in at the moment.
Right now, he's deporting all abuelos, titis,
Right.
Bonnie Rubber looking bitches. You got to go.
But at the same time, when you look at the times they were working for him, 3 out of 4 of them, they were working during Obama's presidency. So they wouldn't have been scared of that then. Right? So they're saying that because it makes sense now. Everybody's like, oh, people are scared to get deported. That makes sense now, but that's now.
But not just that. That last one could have been a plant, baby. Might stay just long enough to get enough evidence to say, oh, you know what? We're going to get these other 3. I'm telling you, I don't put nothing past the powers that be.
Right.
I'm telling you.
That's
I'm
true,
telling
Gina.
you.
I can see that.
It's just my opinion. And on that, we're having a little communion. Don Julio. Oh, I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start drinking. I have a pick of the week coming. I think I'm going to start using this comedian's wine very soon. I'll give you the name of his wine later on. But next, what we got up next?
Give me a second because you got some more news. But I just thought Obama was president from 2009 to 2017. So 3 out of 4 of these accusers was working during Obama's presidency. So that wouldn't have been
8 years. Out of 8 years.
That wouldn't have been a fair during that moment. All right, so you got I'll Be Sure.
Oh, you want to be starting? Oh my God.
All right, hold on.
Got it. Gotta give up your own girl. I'll Be Sure. Another light. It's a week of light skinned niggas. Let's go. Let's see how many light skinned niggas gonna show up. I'm not calling much you and this. I'll Be Sure Al, you better be sure. What's
This
happening with the
Diddy in
brother?
his upcoming tell-all, Do You Believe Me Now? It comes out this fall. I'll be sure, though, is joining us this morning. Good to see you.
So good to see
You
you.
look
as well.
good. You feeling good?
I am so blessed. We woke up
You
this
look
morning.
good.
We don't call it a comeback like LL says, right? This is updating my software. And I'm truly grateful to be here. And Roseanne,
Al, the last time you were here, you could barely walk up the step to sit down here. Barely.
Why would she have to
first,
say
you
that?
were my
Why she
first
gotta say
interview
that?
with Cristal, right?
Yes.
When I was released from the hospital, and it was just, what an amazing journey it's been. You know, I figured that when you get lemons, make Arnold Palmer.
So what are you doing now? How are you getting the word out?
Well, you know, it's
What
been an
word
amazing
out,
journey.
agitator?
I get the call from my co-founder, Ms. Rachel Nordlinger. We started the Health Equity and Transplantation Coalition, and we are advocating in Congress, fighting for equal access to quality health care, just focused.
Okay.
And my focus, obviously, you know, standing in Congress and speaking in front of Congress.
Is your dick staying hard? We know that.
I am
That's
not here
important.
for the politics. I'm not here for the next election.
I'm here to tell on
I'm here
Diddy.
to save lives of transplant patients. So, you know, so there's a focus there. We've had some success in Congress related to having people come across
Let me
the aisle.
fast forward to the
Because I made that clear.
other stuff he's
So
talking about.
this is a real life mission. There's no marketing in my life. Roseanne, this is the best time of my life.
You look
This
good.
is not, you know, there's no
You just said
hustle,
you could
there's
barely
no
walk,
marketing,
bitch.
there's no, I'm living my truth, and it's time.
So you were in that coma in 2022. You had the liver transplant. You had the tracheotomy. I mean, all that stuff that went on.
Multi-system organ failure.
Yeah.
Wow.
60.
Have they figured out what happened yet?
Wait. Can you stop for a
will.
second? Stop
No,
for
I
a
mean,
second. What's with all these ailments? Liver, kidney, brain, neck, back. What's all these failures? Yes, mother.
What's her name that's coming to pick me up?
Linda. What time is it?
Well, what time is she coming?
Is she coming 10 o'clock?
Huh?
10 o'clock, she said.
It's after 10.
Okay, you want to call her?
You have her number?
Yeah, it's in your phone. Give me your phone. Oh, she's ready to go now. You didn't feel like going, right? Okay, so mommy, turn that down, please, mother.
Blaming me.
Yes, mother, it's in your phone, honey. No, you didn't bother me. Let me see the phone. Give me the phone. I'll get it for you. You look absolutely fabulous.
She
I
really
always
does.
love my mama. She's my favorite girl. You only get one. Okay, who we talking about just then, Ja? Hello?
You was talking about I'll be sure.
Yes, I'll be sure. He had so many ailments at such a young age. Mommy, where's your phone? Give me your phone. At such a young age, his liver. What happened to him?
I don't know. He was in a coma, wasn't he? Or something like that.
Yeah, but how does all his organs shut down
Yeah,
like that?
but I don't understand what's
You
going
look
on.
nice. I mean,
no,
a whole lot of organs shut down. I don't
No,
understand that.
no, it's like a domino effect sometimes when certain things happen to people's health.
Yes, a domino
Yeah,
effect.
that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we
My
go.
wife texted me back and said, sure, by the way.
Here. Yeah.
That's less for her.
She
to
said,
have to do.
sure.
I hear that.
She said, sure. She said, J-Lo ain't no threat.
That's right. I heard that. Huh?
I hear you, John.
Mark said he was poisoned.
Who was poisoned?
I'll be
I'll
sure.
be sure. You think so?
Oh.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Mark said,
Oh.
They're saying that he ingested something from somebody and they got close to him. That's what they're saying.
Mm.
That's what they're saying. But I don't know. But he has a book coming out. That's not what I want to talk about. His book, his tattletale ass book. Why didn't he come out with the book before this? Why is he doing it now? That's what I want to know.
You want to see if he addresses it? Or
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Much?
Before
The doctors medically, like, what happened to you?
Yeah, what happened? So
Because you just collapsed, right?
yeah, so you know, just mysteriously out of the blue, you know, which we do talk about in the book.
Yes.
What that
I want to get into that.
what that process is. But yeah, so it's been quite a journey, and as I said, you know, even as it relates to writing the book, I went through many, almost, you know, more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Sex trafficking, really? What's wrong with you? No way. You know, just not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
Posting,
Yeah.
I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
but this is about Diddy. So let's be
This is
clear
about-
for
okay,
everybody
this
that
is
doesn't
about
know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's
It
about
starts on
to
Monday.
start. Yeah,
Yes.
they're selecting a
But
jury.
you were on
Is that
this
Gail
train
King's
years
ass?
ago.
Yes, many years ago, I posted some information.
Those are
Um,
Caucasoids
that-
who love to divide and conquer. Those are two Caucasoids, you can tell.
Okay.
Ken and a Karen.
was,
Go ahead.
you know, basically
Mother,
trying
she's
to
on her
save
way,
my
mommy.
life. And thank goodness to my ex, you know, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, you know, kind of warned me all along the way to, you know, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand
Because
why.
of Diddy.
Basically,
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
absolutely not.
Why? What
Pneumonia.
evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, you know, all having a great time.
What?
I'm, you know, grabbing Sean like, well, and she's in the back going, stop, you know. So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, you know, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed because, and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participating, so on and so forth. I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and which most relevant, and something
You're
I've
going to speak about another
many,
man.
many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage, and in many, many ways. Many people's lives are affected.
Your son
In
not
fact,
getting no
the
money
genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
because
blame
of Diddy.
Diddy for
Hell
that?
no.
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone.
You should have said
And,
something before, nigga.
you know, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story of detriment, of diabolical, you know, just heinous, you know, whatever's really going on. It's unfortunate because
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
no,
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, you know, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. You know, and again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And
So
the
let me
only
ask-
reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because
Okay.
I was
Thank you,
ignored.
John.
There was the most
said, I
expensive
was
PR
ignored. It
campaign
was the
against me
most
to shut me
expensive.
down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive. So this is not about a scared thing, you know. It's just time to reveal the truth. I mean, it is what it is. I went through many, many years of scrutiny and being dragged face first on the concrete, you know, being called delusional and things of that nature. When I said sex trafficking and all the things that I said, because my job was not, listen, I don't want to take down your business if that's what you're doing. Just stay out of my backyard. Stay out of what I'm doing. I'm focused, you know, how did we start this, Kurt, from Mount Vernon, writing love songs to a case, arguably bigger than OJ, in 2025. It doesn't make any sense. We're not supposed to be here. Like I said, there's no celebration in any of this.
Do you
Us?
feel because you're not
Us?
supposed to be here that gives you the freedom to talk now?
Us?
Because you survived?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so.
Uh.
Listen, my faith serves me so well. I'm in prayer every single day, multiple times a day, just saying, just let's get this right. And when you think about it, for me, I don't even wish him harm. I don't wish him, I don't want to be here. I would love for us to all be, riding in the sunset. We sold millions of records. We protected the culture. We celebrated our genre of music that we came from, hip hop. This is supposed to be a celebration. This shouldn't be a national court case.
Do you hear the words us and our and we? He
Yeah.
keeps saying us, our, we. That's inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wants to get his side out first.
He's more light skinned today than ever, honey.
What?
Damn. Oh my goodness.
From a
He's
light
making us
skinned
the
person,
baddest
what do
for
you
it.
mean like that? But what do you mean by that?
I don't know. Just the
That's kind of
be
moist, right?
sure. Come on. Huh?
That was kind of moist, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was.
Just
And he
to
looks moist.
makes you go, ah. It took the wind out of my sails, as my great grandmother would say. Okay, let's move on. What else we got here?
That was weird.
No, right? Oh my God.
Crazy.
It left a certain taste on my throat. No Diddy.
That was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take me a while to unpack that, but he did say, he did say something to the effect that he didn't care. Just don't have it in his backyard. So.
Right.
You should never use the word backyard
Right.
with Diddy in the same. Don't use the word backyard, nigga.
I say those things about him, but I also can have empathy because
you put yourself in his shoes, huh?
Well, just for a little bit, and then I said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. But, obviously he was hurt by some of these actions and things that
he was scared. He
like
said he had threats on his life. He said he was poisoned. The nigga said they poisoned him.
Yeah,
he said the nigga got power outside of jail.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Diane von Furstenberg's husband, Barry Diller, has come out as gay. Over 20 years after the businessman tied the knot with the fashion designer following a decades-long romance, he shares insight into their relationship in an excerpt from his new memoir, Who Knew?, published by New York Magazine, May 6th. He says in the book, I've lived for decades reading about Diane and me, about us being best friends rather than lovers. We weren't just friends, we aren't just friends. Plain and simple, it was an explosion of passion that kept up for years. Barry adds, yes, I also liked guys, but that was not a conflict with my love for Diane. I can't explain it to myself or to the world. It simply happened to both of us without motive or manipulation. In some cosmic way, we were destined for each other. Although there had been questions about his sexual preferences in the past, Barry never publicly discussed it. He recalls in the book, many of us at that time were in this exiled state, so stunted in the way we lived. I could have declared my sexuality, come out as some others were doing, but I was among the many at that time who were too scared to do so. Barry ultimately decided that he would live in silence, but not with hypocrisy. As for Diane, E! News has reached out to her rep for comment on Barry's quotes. And though she has not addressed Barry's excerpts publicly, she did speak out shortly thereafter to pay tribute to her late friend, Vogue icon Andre Leon Talley. She wrote in a May 6th Instagram post, last night when the Met Gala celebrated their show Superfine Tailoring Black Style, I know that Andre was looking down from heaven and thanking Anna Wintour, Vogue, Andrew Bolton, and the Met for honoring Black style. I'm sorry to have missed the ball being in Venice for my project at the Biennale, but I can't wait to see the show.
Now that's a lady who's down with her man.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they look a little bit alike. Okay. They look a little bit alike. And there are certain things, certain women who are called fruit flies or fag hags. And those are women, usually they're seen in the black church with fat black women who like slender, big dick gay guys in the church. That's what usually they become best friends, shopping partners, all that kind of shit, tasting partners, talking about niggas and gossip partners. But in the white community, they become friends. They don't have sex. She gets the guys for him. She has sex with the guys, and then he has sex with the guys, and they live as friends. But this nigga is about to snitch, because you hear the words he used. He said, I'm among many who have been living down low. There's many, he said, there are many of us. I'm hearing the word inclusion. But I had to tell my truth. It took him all that time. I wonder why he couldn't say anything. I wonder what kept him from saying I'm gay. You know what I mean?
In fashion, is he in the fashion world? Did I get
Yes.
that?
Oh, fashion world, and I believe they may have been one of his lovers. I don't know. That's not a fact. I don't know. There's no cross connection I'm making. It just, you know, those white gay men, they love those black models. And those young black models wind up getting line of clothing and fashion shows and just like that.
Like Puffy?
They support their own.
Yeah, just like Puffy.
Puff. That's why his name is Puff. He makes things blow up. Puff. Maybe that's why his name is Puff. Puff, the magic booty. Bootylicious, backdoorian, fruit booty, whatever you want to call it. I didn't say he was gay. Those are some adjectives that might give you a bird's eye view. Speaking of bird's eye.
I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know why somebody would take that long and be in the fashion industry to come out. I mean, it seems, I don't know. White people look older than they really are, so I don't know how old.
Yes, and they're probably my age. How old was that guy? 70? My mother's age? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on to some other news, because after one, when you start seeing pasty faces, you know what I mean? Been a lot of light stuff lately. Can I get a darkie up here? Any darkies? Any darkies? That's not nice. Call somebody a darkie. That was a horrible word.
Man, you ain't $20,000 material.
Is that too small? Should I increase it? Do you think
Man,
I should
increase what? Increase the fuck what?
the $20,000?
You look, I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I'm finna increase is my motherfucking fist across your goddamn face. That's what the fuck, that's what's about to get increased. Cause your strong mouth ass, you finna piss me off. Your ass weak in the teeth. I don't understand that shit. Right? And you getting on this bitch, or you getting on this bitch asking for fucking galaxies. And you don't got no fucking paper.
Galaxy is just $15.
Look, listen, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but all I know, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime. And look, I tell you this right here.
Let me see your level.
What you mean see my level? Girl, what the fuck what my level got to do with anything? Girl, I ain't no motherfucking eat.
I want to know if you'll be able to send me Galaxy.
Oh, baby, I can send you a Galaxy. Hey, listen, I can send you a fucking Galaxy, but I can send you a fucking dentist first. Matter of fact, I'm about to call immigration. That's what the fuck I'm finna do. Cause you're motherfucking scamming hard-working U.S. citizens out their motherfucking money, and your bitch ass can't even speak fucking English. You dumb bazooka bullet head bitch. You pissing me the f out. You need $20,000. You know, man. You ain't $20,000 material.
Is that too small? Should I increase it?
I'm wondering why he is so angry. Why is he so angry? I wonder why he's so angry. Ja, and listen, why do y'all think he's so angry?
That's what the internet
Oh,
do to people, man.
Huh?
That's what the internet people do. That's what internet do to people.
Yo, he may have sent her some money.
He might have. Yeah. Good point.
Because I mean, what would enrage you like that? Because there's this big thing about these scammers in my native land, Africa. They are scamming niggas. I'm telling you. And because they show something online, of they show booty holes, they show titties. I don't know what they do, but they get money and people get scammed. It used to be a lot of the fat white women sending money to African dudes in the basement with computers. It used to be a big thing. As a matter of fact, Dr. Phil used to bust all of them all the time. You ever seen those shows? Dr. Phil used to bust them.
Nah, I never seen.
bust them doing what?
No, I don't mean bust them like that. No. Now he used to have shows where he would expose them. No, he would have shows where his investigators would go to Africa and seek and find out that these people were scammers.
Yeah.
No sexual connotation at all, Dr. Felicia. No. Happy Mother's Day, Dr. Phil. I'm sorry.
I do remember an episode or two where people were operating in a, medium size.
Yes, in the basement with suitcases, with computers and drinking Diet Coke and looking at pictures of Rihanna or something and and scamming. Yeah, I've witnessed that, through being on the streets. I mean, like social media streets.
Yeah.
But people do that a lot. He might have sent money to her, and sometimes people get scammed like that. They really, really do. I just want to make that point because that's been happening a lot lately. I've seen it on Instagram. Guys they're trying to send all kind of requests through me, DMs. And stay out of my DMs, African Negroes who are trying to get a visa. I don't do that. The Holy Ghost told me to tell you that in Church Unusual. I don't do that. And if you send the money to somebody in Africa and you've never seen their face, something's wrong with you. Yes. Look at that.
Precisely about 1 year. He's the type that doesn't look for trouble. He's a good person.
What kind of person do you think he is?
He's a lesbian and some teacher.
I spent 4 to 5 hours at Victor's home. We spoke to his neighbors. They affirmed that Victor does live alone. He is not married. He has no kids. He is an electrician, as he claims. He does not live lavishly. He barely has electricity. Victor lives a simple life and seems to be a genuine, well-liked person.
That I have with Josie is all about true love. So my intention towards her is for me to make her happy and to be with her for the rest of my life, because I love her with all my heart.
Why someone twice your age?
The things we both share together, true love, because she's always on my mind. I love her.
Okay, now you admit to scamming women in your past, correct?
Yes, I have.
Just like you.
Where I'm in Africa, Nigeria. I know I have a little past. I have a past in my life of relationship.
How many women have you scammed?
No, I've never scammed any woman in my life. I have never done that. I will not do that.
You just said that you used to scam women, but you don't anymore.
No, I didn't say so, sir.
You now deny having scammed women before.
Look at what he did. The words he
One
used.
of the things that I'm considering talking to Josie about is renouncing her citizenship and moving to Nigeria and living with you there.
Okay, yeah, I would have loved to Josie to come over, and because she's my true love, and to come and live with me in Nigeria, but Nigeria is not that safe for her. So
no,
that's a new one. I never heard.
It's not that safe for her. It's not that safe. Yeah, that's it. He said, no. Don't send that blimp over here. It's not that safe for her. She might explode. Oh my God. Let's go on, baby. What else we got? We still nigga news. We got Pimps in the Pulpit. We got Corniest Nigga of the Week. We got Angel of the Week. Wherever way you go, I want to go with you because it's Mother's Day.
I think you're ready to go to corny ass nigga of the week.
Let's go. And unfortunately, I want to say Golden K for Mother's Day. Get some lashes, come your way. Golden K. It's a cornball. Okay. If this is the same clip we talked about earlier, please show this person. Please. I want to know who this nigga is.
All right, let's do
If you're in the chat and you know who this nigga is, please.
because we don't know.
He's a corniest nigga of the week. I'm trying to find his name. Research. I went all through my vagina to see if I could find his name. I can't find it nowhere. Who was
Puff
this
was
nigga?
fucking Fat Joe's wife. That's why Fat Joe don't show up for him. And like, cause I'm like, yo, where are all his friends? Where's Fat Joe? Where's DJ?
Benzino told me he was fucking Fat Joe White too. Loretta?
Yeah.
Loretta.
You better knock it off, Loretta.
Loretta.
You with the bullshit.
Damn.
Cause Capricorn Clark definitely said you were sneaking out that Miami house. 1000%. She gonna set a flame to everything she a part of. She worked for Puff, now she testifying against him. She worked for Pusha T, she fucking fed Drake information for $100,000 to him. Terrible. Here's the thing, it's like either I'm gonna go to Puff's lawyers with this shit or I'm gonna come to you. This shit gonna be way more entertaining for the culture.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
He said this is going to be better for the culture than who?
I stopped listening. I ain't gonna
Did he
lie.
say the police? Did he
I
say
don't
the
know for
police?
who, but how could this be good for the culture?
He said, I'm either bring it to you or the police or something. Did he say that?
Let's see. Let's see what we said. Because
At the end, he said,
Yeah,
I'm
I need to
bring it
listen to it again.
I'll play the end part.
Thank you, investigators. Thank you, producers. Thank
Here's
you,
the thing, it's
producers.
like either I'm gonna go to Puff's lawyers with this shit or I'm gonna come to you. This shit gonna be way more entertaining for the culture.
Okay.
Watch this full program and
Puff
other exclusive
lawyers
content
or
on
the Tasha K? Which one paid the most?
He says
This is gonna be
way more entertaining.
way more
For the culture.
entertaining for the culture.
Forget going to the law, the legal piece, the real shit, or let's get some content. Nigga, no character, only content. Cornball ass nigga of the week is whoever this nigga is. Somebody, please get me this nigga's name. He is corny as a cornball sandwich on corned beef. Nigga, look at you. Are you licking a lollipop or is that a toothpick? He's ain't nothing worse than a snitch, and nothing worse than somebody who has to say, yeah, I knew about it all the time. Now I'm telling. Corny, and she has a way to extrapolate garbage. So, you know, that's her lane. She gets it. No problem. No hating at all. However, this nigga here, whoever his name is, cornball nigga of the week, not Tasha, him, or is that a her? I don't know. What is that? But it's with a wine,
why
with a
the
wine glass like that, or wine glass like that.
Yeah, why the wine glass and the toothpick? Those don't
Well,
matter.
because wine is her signature thing, but holding it like that,
Yeah,
legs
but the
legs
toothpick-
crossed with a
put it
toothpick.
down. Put
Okay.
the toothpick down.
Oh, speaking of corny ass nigga of the week, if you can get his name, please let us know. I'd like to find out who he is.
You think
Thank
he's
you.
lying? You think he's lying? You think him and Albie Shaw is lying?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking. I'm just asking.
I think that they both have information,
Mhm.
but feel the need to use it in this manner. And why use it at all?
Because they wouldn't.
Why?
All right.
Why use it at all? You didn't say it before, but now he's incarcerated. So now you're going to do a tell-all now. Corny ass nigga of the week. Corny ass nigga of the week. Corny ass nigga. Corny ass nigga. Corny ass nigga of the week. Now let's go to pimps in the pulpit. We got somebody. We have several pimps in the pulpit.
We got
I
one
was.
today, but they all outside. But, oh yeah, you're right. One story, right?
Do we have one up here for the pulpit? Let's see what we got. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be a big one. I
Your
think.
pastor.
Oh. Watch that hug there.
As you just heard, TD Jakes is retiring. He did not give any specific reason about this or why, but nonetheless, he is walking away from his position in this church. And I say his church because it's TD Jakes' church. It's not Jesus Christ Church. It is not the Church of Christ. And if you know anything about TD Jakes, you will know that this is his ministry and his church. All of it is his. He created. This is all him. This is ever so apparent as we see that he left his church to his daughter and his son-in-law.
Quit hating.
Who's
What a
reporting this? Right? It's
hater.
got to be a cracker, right? I don't
Yeah,
even,
what
even
a
though I'm
fucking
against this shit,
hater. Fuck
I don't
you.
like you talking about us.
Right.
Cracker barrel ass nigga. Go ahead, tell the story.
Nah, that's all we needed. From
Okay, yes, because I do have something to say. Thank you for the info. Thank you, Messenger. We don't fuck with those kind of messengers. However, what he said was accurate. TD Jakes, in the midst of all of this right now with Diddy, he takes this $1 billion church and says, "Here, niggas, here." Have you ever heard of that? Ever in the history of church? Somebody just says who's not sick, somebody who's at the height of their health career, they're working out, losing weight, wearing tight jumpsuits and track suits and the color red and orange, feeling good about themselves. Just announced how much he loves his wife, even though she's walking on stage like that. He has a family that loves him. What would make him say, "Take my church, get this shit out of my name, get the
Hurry up and hurry up"?
Because what?
Because he doesn't want, the family doesn't want to lose it in these litigation issues.
And there's a list. There is a list.
There's a list with his wife's name on it.
There is a list, I think, with his name on it. I was told that there's a list. TD Jakes' name is on a list that supposedly Sean Puffy Combs has leaked to the media.
Well, you know, a few months ago when Pastor Jakes.
Pastor Jakes, how dare you call that pastor? He's your pastor?
No, he's not.
Pastor Jakes.
But, you know, he had a health scare.
He fell asleep. He fell asleep in the pulpit.
You know, so that could have been the beginnings of the health narrative. And ultimately, you'll have to give the church, you know, his advisors may have.
They're saying that maybe they staged that so it could be lead up to this, so it could make sense. I gave the church because of my health.
Possibly.
Okay, so let's see this list. This is a list that is all inclusive of some very, very famous and rich people. I can't see that small, so.
Yeah, super small. All right. Cassie's on the phone. Well, first of all, according to Tasha K, this is Diddy's case is getting even messier. Court docs reveal a full list of 20 public figures tied to the federal investigation, some as potential witnesses, others to screen for juror bias. Full list consists of the 20 people on the list consist of Cassie Ventura, Kanye West, Kid Cudi, Prince Harry, Mike Myers, Michael B. Jordan, Young Miami, Cuba Gooding Jr., Bishop TD Jakes, Daphne Joy, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, 50 Cent, Travis Scott, Ty Dolla $ign, Future, Tory Lanez, French Montana, Little Baby, and Meek Mill.
No black women, huh? Any black women on that list?
Is Cassie black? Well, I think Cassie's black, right?
Young
And
who? Young who?
Cassie Ventura. I think she was a
No,
victim.
no. Who's Young Ma? Who is it?
Young Miami's black, yep. And she's one of
Is that a woman or man? Young Miami or Young Ma?
I think that's one of the girls that was in the one of those rap groups.
And the rest are men?
Mostly. And then you got also Daphne Joy. I think that's the comedian. I gotta look that up. Daphne Joy.
But mostly men, huh?
Okay, Daphne Joy is not a comedian. She's a actress, model, fashion designer. Makes
White?
sense. Racially ambiguous.
Oh, you light skin or white and have bodies like little 10-year-old boys. Yeah, it's just very odd. You know, and most of them had work done. But they start off like 32A and come out with 38.
People are side-eyeing Prince Harry.
So there aren't any non-black people being called as witnesses. So he had no white people at any of his events.
Prince Harry.
Well, it is just so.
This is just okay.
We're not saying that this Scorpio nigga didn't do Diddy's stuff. We're not saying that. But may include, you know, parts of bodies that we may not want to see in certain areas of the body. But there's so many allegations that I think they just threw on there just because of the complexion of his skin and his financial status. I don't know what Diddy did that made this, you know, this hashtag no Diddy be universal now. But goddamn, you can't say nothing without almost saying no Diddy. Isn't that horrible? His name became a household word for sexual assault. That's terrible. That's terrible.
He was on his way down that path regardless, even before this.
No Diddy is synonymous to perv-ass nigga. That to have that name, no Diddy. I mean, a man can't even say, yo, goodbye, bro, without saying no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You always got to put that in there almost. If you say wave to your friend, you got to say no Diddy, you know. That's terrible. That's like no Queen Latifah. But nothing wrong with being a lesbian. I guess there's nothing wrong. What am I saying? I'm just saying.
You know,
it is a double standard, though. It's a double standard. Because lesbianism is more acceptable than dick on dick.
But Diddy's not on trial for being gay. He's on trial for being.
Well, hold on. He's a moral trial with black people, and he's on another trial with white people. You know we judging that nigga for sucking. You know what we judging him for. Come on. Listen.
Go ahead, my fault.
I'm sorry, baby, but in the black courtroom of our bedrooms and living rooms, nigga, you like dick and you exploited other entertainers. But on the white side, sex trafficking and all that stuff, that's like flying a bitch, you know, whatever. But we judging him for something else. You know, it's a double standard. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean,
I just know I'm having a hard time finding empathy for Mr. Collins. I'm not angry with him, but I'm just like, come on, really?
And you know, and because people keep showing him with his clothes on being arrogant and mean, and always trying to get on stage and outdance his artists. People say, yeah, he was a bully. And you know who I think struggles with stuff that's inside of her? Ooh. You know who I think struggles with being almost like carrying emotional garbage and carrying secrets. You know, we would say in treatment, somebody who carries guilt is Mary J. Blige. I think she knows so much. And if you look at her face, a lot of
Mm.
times I see, damn, let me just have a spiritual enema. And I could be totally wrong because I'm not Cleo, no Rita, none of that shit. I'm making a guess. She just appears to be under so much emotional toil from holding other people's stuff. I think she knows
Yeah.
quite a bit. I've seen quite a bit. And said, you know what? Let me just, that's why she danced that way. Let me just mind my motherfucking business. Let me just.
No, she'll come out soon too. But Quan said J-Lo.
You think so?
I think they all will. Yeah. They all will.
Really?
Yeah. And I think when it comes to like public opinion, when it comes to like you said, the black people's public opinion, I mean, people are probably like amused that it's finally proven that he's a freak boy, but I don't think nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's the extra shit that he's being, accused doing of drugging people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Beating on women and, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the shit that's like, okay.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Ooh,
I
that
forgot
was
about
terrible.
that. Cassie, I forgot about that.
Now, see, and I could empathize with her.
That Cassie shit. Whoa. That just.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck him now.
That showed
Fuck
his
him.
true
Fuck him.
colors.
Fuck
True,
him. I
true
forgot about
colors.
that. I
True
forgot about that
colors.
shit. Fuck him.
True
This is Mother's
colors.
Day. Fuck that.
And
nigga.
you can stay in jail, motherfucker.
Bitch, I ain't got no empathy for you, weird ass nigga. And you're a Scorpio too. You've given Scorpios a bad name, dragging a bitch like that. I forgot about that video, dragging a woman like that. Albeit she was, I don't know what she was doing. She didn't deserve that shit. I don't care what she was doing.
Nope.
She didn't deserve that shit. But did she stay with him after that?
Yeah. She did.
Well, I stay with. Well, I can't tell
I've
nobody
done
story.
that.
I've done that. I've done that.
That's me.
I've done that. I've done that. I even went a step further. Even after the shit happened, I still got married. Could have gotten away scot-free.
Why'd you stay? Why'd you stay?
Because I had to have a husband, and I thought I had invested too much time in making him the kind of man I thought I wanted him to be, which was deep.
Mm.
I should have left.
You thought you could change him, you saying?
Yeah, we dated for 5 years.
And this, so why'd you stay?
Stupidity.
Yeah, but it had to be something more than stupidity. Like,
Lack of self-love.
Mhm.
I didn't love myself enough because, now I would never tolerate that.
right.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Well, when
for
you say lack
removing-
of self-love, what I identify with is that if I treated myself better, I wouldn't allow a person to hit me. Because I would probably pick somebody who wouldn't do that to me. Somebody who cherished me,
Exactly.
Yeah. I have to kind of make it live for me to see it in my head, to understand what I'm trying to say. Because then if I don't take accountability for my behavior, then I will always say he made me stay. And there are some people that'll say, like the Smokey Robinson thing, that they had to keep going back and accept that because they were financially imprisoned, that the money that he was giving them locked them into a lifestyle that they felt threatened to let go of. So they had to do it. But in the end, they did it for money. They did it
Which
for
makes
money.
it consensual.
Which makes it prostitution, I personally believe. But
transactional.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a better word for prostitution. Yeah. Transactional. I'm a try. Yeah. Well. Oh Lord. That's a good one.
Quan says, I hadn't been taught love or self-just pleasing of others, but I figured it out eventually. She also said I didn't know my value.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
And that's why I was such a cheap prostitute. That's why I charge ashes at the end. Hey, you suck a dick for $10 at the end. $7 and a pair of socks I suck a dick for one time. That was at the end of my crack addiction. $7 and a pair of socks, 2 socks.
That's when you got frustrated with it around then?
Not really. No, not really. That wasn't the real end. That wasn't the real end.
But the testimony, wow.
Even when I was in a dumpster, sucking a dirty dick in a dumpster with this nigga named Jesse, a dirty nigga named Jesse. I can't believe I did that. Happy Mother's Day, y'all.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Thank God you're out.
Am I?
Yeah.
Listen, if this podcast don't take off, honey, I don't know whose dick I'm gonna suck. I'm just saying.
Woo, thank you.
If this podcast don't do, if God don't bless me, I'm gonna bless myself.
Right.
I would have
Somebody is being blessed right now.
Hey, what would you say, John? What would you say, John?
For this, for your story,
the
the laughter, the healing, the understanding. Somebody is feeling very empathetic right now.
Such a light-skinned answer. John, what would you say? Let me hear from a dark-skinned person. What'd you say?
I was saying not with a dumpster, not going back to the dumpster.
Well, first of all, okay, when you say dumpster, you act as though it was dirty because it was a clean dumpster.
I don't know what kind of. I don't know. I'm
trying to tell you, it was right on Empire Boulevard near near Flatbush Avenue,
right
where Prospect Park starts and Botanical Gardens on the other side. It was a dumpster right there.
Okay, and
it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. So yes, it was. It was. Yes.
They just emptied it. It was 4 in the morning.
Yes, and that's why it was turned halfway over. It wasn't standing up; it was turned halfway over because you know how they throw the dumpsters. Sometimes it was sideways. That's why we were able to have easy access. Well.
What season was it? Was it cold?
Well, no. I got clean July 1992. So let's say I hit my bottom around May, around something like that, May, because I went away to treatment. And I came out and stayed out in the streets for a while, and I wound up. This is on June of 1992. Yeah.
Mr. Ja Guns is back. He says, "What's goody, Regina?" Salute.
Hi, Ja. How are you?
And Ace Grape says $7 is crazy. I always come into the recklessness. And
at the end. And the reason, let me tell you why I took the $7 because it was at this man's house. He lived around the corner. He lived on Ocean Avenue between Lincoln and Parkside in Brooklyn. Right across, you can see Prospect Park right across the street. He lived there, and he was the kind of trick that you can go to his house and take a shower, take a nap, eat some food, watch TV, but you had to have sex with him while you're laying in the bed because you had to take a shower and everything. So the currency was a place to stay and to take a shower, and I always had brand new socks. That was the thing with me with socks. I would go to somebody's house and ask them for some socks, and because I had to have clean smelling feet because you would take your shoes off, just anyway. So what he allowed me to do was take a shower, take a nap, eat some food, and on the way out, after we had this, what he thought was great, amazing sex, I wasn't even there in my head. He gave me, he said, all I got is $7 and you can have those socks, I was so mad because I thought he had more. I thought he had more money. That showed you how thirsty I was at the end because I was like, damn, all right, fine. Because I know it's gonna make some more money because it was like I think a Friday, and I know it's gonna be a lot. Anyway, my story just has trap doors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mr. Ja Gunn says, "Happy Mother's Day, Auntie and Nissa. Hope you guys having a wonderful, joyous day."
Thank you. Yes, we're not gonna be in Muskogee because I'm hungry.
And Quan says this was the tip. Socks was your tip.
The socks. Shut up. Okay, let's go to. Are we at Angel of the Week?
We are
got for Angel of the Week. Thank you.
Right there. All right.
You're my angel of the week.
Hi, Angel of the Week, and it's taking place a black woman, a sister, a doctor, who was recently unalived by some crazy, weird, saltine premium. Weird
Hearts are
ass.
heavy tonight at Clark Atlanta University. One of their graduates, who had gone on to become a college dean of a college in California, was shot to death on the campus of Spartan College in Inglewood, California.
Dr. Kamisha Clark received 3 degrees, including her doctorate from Clark Atlanta University. That's where Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us now with the story all new at 5. Angelique?
Good afternoon to you both. So many people who knew and loved Dr. Kamisha Clark are just devastated tonight. They say clearly she was a rising star who is just gone too soon. The Clark Atlanta University School of Education just spotlighted Dr. Kamisha Clark on her accomplished career in March. This is their Instagram post about the 3-time alumnus who earned her undergraduate, master's, and educational doctorate degree from CAU and was recently promoted to the Dean of Student Affairs at Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology in Inglewood, California. On Friday, everything changed in an instant when police say former Spartan security guard Jesse Fiegro returned to the college in his security clothes and opened fire on Dr. Clark and her assistant in what police call a targeted execution-style shooting.
I came under the lot. We were told that there was an active shooter next door and to get into safety in the shop over here.
Officers say the suspect drove off, but they found him several hours later and took him into custody.
Give great kudos to the Inglewood Police Department, our investigators, and the LAPD officers that were vigilant, took the vehicle description and took him into custody.
After 3 days of fighting, Dr. Clark succumbed to her injuries Monday. The second victim is still being treated. Those who knew her described Dr. Clark as a shining star who was driven but also had a sweet spirit. Friends also say Dr. Clark was a strong advocate against gun violence and had started a foundation here in Atlanta to fight the use of firearms called C-Squared.
This is not a random act of violence. The suspect and victims knew each other.
And again, the way they knew each other is that they all worked there at the college. I should also mention that Dr. Clark was a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and she was the granddaughter of Dr. Betty Clark, who was on the faculty for many years here at Clark Atlanta, as well as retired interim provost and vice president of academic affairs. We are live from the campus of Clark Atlanta University. Angelique Proctor.
What a devastating loss.
That's our angel of the week. Doctor, sister. I don't even know what to say, but to her family on Mother's Day, I don't know if she was a mother. I don't know. I know she was somebody's daughter, and to her mother, if her mother's still alive, we send you Godspeed. To her family, look at this beautiful, beautiful sister. No reason at all. She's our angel of the week. Thank you, John. So, do we have a pick? Do we have a pick?
Yes, I have a pick.
Who's your pick? Not
My
talking
pick
about a
would
dick.
be-
Talking about
Oh,
a dick.
wait. Before we go to the picks, you got one more.
What you got, baby?
But that shit is crazy. I just think.
Oh, that shit is crazy. That's our new segment. That shit is crazy.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her that's what's happening.
That is 44-year-old Christina Solometo being put into a Prospect Park police car, but you may know her by this now viral video. Police say the Ridley Park mother is the woman seen getting out of her car and, yes, defecating on the hood of the car of another woman. She's seen getting right back into her black Nissan we saw parked outside of her home tonight.
They were both headed in the same direction. They both live not far from one another. And the woman in the dark colored car thought the woman was following her, where she was actually just going home.
The incident happened Tuesday evening near the corner of 4th and Madison, a half a block away from a Little League field where
From the kids. From the
The
kids.
Delco defecator video has left some neighbors speechless.
I don't know. It's been running through my mind all day since I've heard about it.
Just another day in Delco.
Solometto was booked on charges including indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and a misdemeanor depositing waste on the highway. As she was getting arrested, Solometto says,
I have a sickness.
she didn't elaborate on the sickness, but the bizarre case has now gotten international attention, not the kind this police chief wants.
It can't happen in this community. No town wants this to happen in their town. I mean, the recognition a town gets over this kind of thing, it's really unwelcome. We don't want this.
Your hair is on.
And that was Chris O'Connell there with our Fox 29 Philadelphia team. And you did hear from the police chief there.
He's more concerned about the reputation of the town as opposed to this mentally ill person who's walking around defecating with dirty hands. She didn't wipe herself, obviously.
Right.
He's concerned about the reputation of the town. But listen, she might wind up suing them, saying that she's traumatized from being arrested with her mental illness. She could wind up flipping that shit. They do that. They do that kind of shit. That shit is crazy.
They had it on the new 5 more minutes to talk about how his take on it.
He's
They had-
crazy.
had him for
That
like
shit is crazy.
It's talking about it. That's wild.
Poor thing. She defecated. The Delco defecator. And listen, you got some announcements before we go to the pick of the week and then go eat?
Yes. Hey, I've got June 7th, Saturday, June 7th. Gina and the Love Village present a love-on for the Bat Boutique, the Black Art and Philosophy Boutique in Los Angeles. We will be there 4 to 8 p.m.
Who?
We, me.
Wait, are you coming?
Me.
So who else is coming?
Okay, me, some other folks from Sacramento, my son, Kinda Odd, I believe Skylit.
Jern.
You know, young people don't commit to things.
Sacktown is coming to
Sacktown is coming. Sacktown
Hollywood.
is coming. Saturday,
Yes,
June 4th, we'll be at the Bat Boutique, 4 to 8 p.m.
June 7th.
There's
June
still
7th.
some, excuse me, June
That's okay.
7th.
June 7th.
There's still some spots available for vendors.
Right. Free vending. Yeah.
Free vending there. Bat Boutique, that's at 3860 Crenshaw Boulevard, Suite 103 in Los Angeles. And the next day, Sunday, June 8th.
Sunday.
Music Loves Comedy is back at Sunset Rooftop, 6099 West Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. 8 to 12 a.m. We'll be there 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. I know of a few people that are going to be on the show. It's Bay, Spiritual CJ, Awakening.
He's the host.
He's the host.
Stevie
Corey
J.
Sherrill.
Always, yes. Stevie J. Always.
Yep. And some Sacramento folks, Germ DZ, Kinda Odd. I will be there as well.
Yes. Young Ann Hef, Mad North, and Real
Thank you.
NBA One. Yeah. And a singer and spoken word artist, Anissa Raymond.
Yep.
Yes. At Sunset
And this is the
Rooftop,
420 friendly spot.
Yes.
And they have, it's also a restaurant and a full bar. It's a
Mr.
really
Everything,
dope
right.
spot.
Mr. Everything, Smoke Yours, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to be there. I think so. Okay, Anissa, who's your pick for the week?
My pick of the week is a young man by the name of Smeeze, Tatted Smeeze. He's, oh, there he is. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Isn't he lovely, you guys?
Well, I can't see him.
Oh, okay. Well, he's the local artist here in Sacramento, producer. He also manages his beautiful nephew, Cat Chap, who's been my pick before. Tatted works quite a bit with Skylit. and he and Keith just released a new project, Skateboard Sexy, and that's available on all platforms. But Smeeze is a very nice person, very loving person, very, very dope. Thank you, Smeeze, for being on the planet.
Yeah. Ha, baby. Ha, baby. Who was my pick of the week? Who did I pick?
I don't think you gave me a pick.
I didn't. I had somebody, but I changed it. Who's your pick?
I just want to salute all the mothers. Mother's Day. Definitely
Oh.
my mother. Salute to her. Salute to all my extended mothers. And a salute to the mother of my son, my wife. Word. Salute to all the mothers.
That's the one that said you can have Jennifer Lopez as your babysitter.
Yeah.
Well, my pick of the week is my mother, Sharon Fletcher. My mother is going to New York this week to be with my sister for my sister's graduation from college. My mother's going to spend time with my sister, and she needs to. I hold on to my mother so tight that sometimes I don't let other people in, because, that's my nigga. That's my nigga for real, son. So the Scorpio that I am, which means I'm territorial, possessive, all that kind of stuff, I have to let go to let God, which is the hardest thing to do when it comes to my mother and niggas that I'm fucking, and my friends and my dog and everything I touch, I just want to possess. That's kind of sick, you think, But see, awareness lets me know how sick I really am. And once I aware myself of my illness, then I accept it and then I take action. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Healing happens by just you all listening. I picked my mother, Sharon Fletcher. Sharon Mundell Fletcher, who will be 85 this year, will be celebrating her birthday in Washington, D.C., October 3rd through the 6th at Canna Cape Cod Ranch. She's dope. She's a Libra and she's dope. And she is my girlfriend. And I'm letting her spread her wings. And look at me use the word let's.
Yes. Yeah. Look at you.
Look at the word. Why you got to say something?
You're doing so good, Gina.
Oh, shut up.
I'm so happy for you.
Allow it, man. Allow it.
Yes.
Let's sit over the bar.
Okay.
Wait.
Now it's time.
Wait, Quan says, I need prayers this week. So we pray.
Yes.
You got it, sis.
Yes, and there are some people, let me mention some people here who have lost their mothers this year, since January. I know D Blade is one on Instagram. We're praying for you, D Blade. I know Shelly Lanice lost her mother. We're praying for you. Blessed Hands and Sierra wives lost their mother this year. So we're praying for you, Tamika and Sierra. We love you. All those whose mothers passed in the past 5 years, which seems like yesterday to me. We are standing in the gates. I can't be a mother, but I can be a substitute for a moment, to just call or, I'm approachable, available. And Anissa's bosom is also available too. I'm just saying.
Yes, it is.
So we're praying for all those who are no longer here. The angels, the ancestors, the mothers, the grandmothers who we feel their presence. And if you would like to say their name, some mothers that are no longer here, like my Nana, Betty Smith, my great grandmother, Bertha Hicks, who was Mimi. If you want to name anybody who is a mother who's no longer here, you can in the chat and under your breath, just during the day, you can just drop some names and just thank the ancestors for the maternal energy. Anybody's vagina you want to mention, you can.
Well, I'd like to quickly drop my mother's name, Frida Stafford. Frida Fisher Stafford. She was first a Fisher. And Colton's mother, Carrie.
Oh, hi, Colton. How are you doing, Colton? We love you, Colton.
Baby.
Colton is one of my picks as a person today.
Yeah.
I picked Colton as a person today. Thank you, Colton. Thank you for allowing us to be maternal towards you. Thank you, Colton. And he's all the way in Sacramento, who's coming to Los Angeles, California, June 7th and June 8th. Yeah. Any last words, John?
No, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. Gina Fletcher, Jalaje, Anissa Raimi. Namaste, y'all.
Shout out to all the mom champs. Let's go. Raising a child can be such a blessing. Love and affection can be any weapon. I love and respect them, never neglect them. They could lose their way, but only if I let them. No way, Jose, no, I won't let them. Absolutely not, that's out of the question. And they can make you see red like a rainbow. Still, I wouldn't have it any other way. So shout out to all the mom champs. Let's go. Raising a child can be such a blessing. Love and affection can be any weapon. I love and respect them, never neglect them. They could lose their way, but only if I let them. No way, Jose, no, I won't let them. Absolutely not, that's out of the question. And they can make you see red like a rainbow. Still, I wouldn't have it any other way, though. Always a mother from Monday to Sunday. This is my job, I rip it like a runway. Is what it is, but it ain't what it's seeming. Just like my iron, I'm hot and I'm steaming, cooking and cleaning, California dreaming. Eyes wide shut, nah, eyes wide beaming. Move along, I'm just moving on. Forget about a Superman, I'm a super mom. Mom champ, do it for my mom champs. All around the world, hands up for my mom champs. Got that magic, ladies, not your average ladies. Do it on a dilly, do it for our babies. Mom champ, mom champ, do it for my mom champs. All around the world, hands up for my mom champs. Got that magic, ladies, not your average ladies. Do it on a dilly, do it for our babies. So many men hating on a female, that's no lie. I could give you all the details. Look with disgust, nah, why he looking sour? Hating on the chick, cause she got the girl power. See envy in their eyes when I pass them by. Spread my wings to the sky like a dragonfly. Every man needs a good woman behind him. I be shining when the stars are aligning. Eyes glued to the TV when my soap is on. Outside in the field catching some Pokemon. Guys wanna mock her, but they can't stop her. Call me a girl, but I kick it like soccer. Could've been a doctor, could've been a scholar. When you make it, then they all wanna holler. In the gym on the women, they can't sweat her. Anything you could do, I can do better. Mom champ, do it for my mom champs. All around the world, hands up for my mom champs. Got that magic, ladies, not your average ladies. Do it on a dilly, do it for our babies. Mom champ, do it for my mom champs. All around the world, hands up for my mom champs. Got that magic, ladies, not your average ladies. Do it on a dilly, do it for our babies.